Hello everyone and welcome back to another Broke Kaeya Chronicles video. We're gonna continue with the quest that I totally didn't mess up. I was trying to get teleporters and I accidentally got close to where we're supposed to go, which was the fountain. So I got close to the fountain and apparently because of that, I might have accidentally skipped some part of the story. That's fun. So, I have to go to the second floor to the Clementine line, because I think I'm on the Navia line. Yeah. Because the Navia line was too high, and it was this one, yeah. I think it was the Palaces or whatever, but it was
Welcome to the court of Fontaine.
This line. I actually have no idea where I'm supposed to go. Oh, here? Hello? Okay, I guess I just go down? Am I on the wrong line? Was it the Navia line then? Oh my god, it might have been the Navia line. Oh, wait a second. Never mind.
Welcome to the court of Fontaine. Please watch your step.
Here it is. Okay, I'll just go and sit down. So, this should be the right line. Oh!
Okay, I'm back to work. Please take your seats. It's time for our merry departure. This Aquabus tour is bound for Romaritime Station, and I'm your tour guide, Aval. I'm here to tell you all about the amazing scenery we'll pass by on the Clementine line. Even though I'm not an expert tour guide, when it comes to interesting stories and important places in Fontaine, I definitely know a thing or two. I hope that my commentary will give you a newfound appreciation for this nation, and that you'll be inspired to visit every corner of Fontaine, just like Elfin was.
Well, that was very nice. Do I go up and ask something? I think I can ask, can I? Can I? No. Okay, I just sit down for the rest of the ride. This is very nice though. Very nice and calming. Well, if textures or anything load in.
Passengers, if you look into the distance, you'll see Elinas, large as a mountain. The hometown of us Melusines, Mercy Village, is right over there. There's a story about our hometown that I really liked growing up. The legends say that long ago, Elinas came to Fontaine and asked the people, "Is there anything I can do?" At the time, we Melusines were super tiny, and our hands were even smaller. And we were so sad that we couldn't build houses like everyone else. So the people said in unison, "Then why don't you become the home of the Melusines?" And thus Elinas just rolled over right there and poof! It's been a few hundred years since then. When you think about it, everyone in Fontaine and Elinas really is gentle and kind.
That's sweet. That's very sweet. Ooh, we're gonna be going under a tunnel. So I'm pretty sure this is the what I'm supposed to ride to get there, and I don't know if there's any additional dialogue, but if there is and I missed it, I'm sorry. I just started exploring Fontaine after I recorded
Okay.
because I wanted to get some teleporters.
Tunnel. It's said that to deal with the crisis of the Second Diluvian period, some people thought about using the tunnel boring tech to hollow out the mountain and build a city inside. But if the water covered the
Wait a second!
Wouldn't the people inside
I can't get off now.
Or were they going to build a super tall tower to breathe through?
I can't get off. If I do get off, I'm just gonna go,
Tower like
wow!
that would need to
I'm
be
gonna fall and
super
everything, and I'm gonna
duper
lose the
huge
thing, aren't
and
I?
Really strong. Even with all the engineers and workers in the country, it would take hundreds of years to finish the work. So that plan definitely wouldn't work. As the operator of our lines likes to say, we Aquabus tour guides carry a huge responsibility. Lots of tourists have no idea which shops are worth going to or what local specialties are worth buying. It's up to us to fill them in.
And as you can see over there, there's Sumeru, like the tree and everything, and the pyramid.
Fontaine will earn a bunch more Mora. It really motivates me when I think of how my work can have a positive influence.
Oh, it's
on other
literally
people's lives.
right over there. Wait, is that two?
Even if there
No, that's a
aren't any
teleporter.
passengers, and even if I don't actually have that many stories to share, as long as I persist, the results will definitely come with time.
It was the Navia line, wasn't it? Alright, well, apparently it was the Navia line. I had a feeling. I was like, in my brain, I was like, why do I feel like it's the Navia line? It was the Navia line. Okay, Navia line, here we come. Navia line. Yeah, it was behind me, wasn't it? Oh. Okay, here we go with Elephane. I'm about to make myself fall off. Oh, she just went immediately. Dang. Alright, let's sit back down again.
Welcome to the Navia line. I am Elfan. The boat will be departing imminently. Please do not stick your head, hands, or other body parts outside the boat. The Aquabus operator is not responsible for any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so. Also, please remember to buy the Steambird, though I don't read it myself. The destination of the current tour is Erinias. Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine and the Opera Epiclese. If you look to the left in the direction we are currently traveling, you will see the famous Fontaine Research Institute up in the sky. An experiment gone wrong turned new sightseeing opportunity. Human ingenuity truly is a wondrous thing.
Did something just fly past?
We are now approaching our final destination. Please be sure to bring all your personal belongings with you as you disembark. Even though I will take any forgotten items to the lost and found,
The paperwork is rather annoying, as Melusine hands are not suitable for grasping pens.
Damn,
Please
they
be
didn't make something
careful when
special for you
disembarking.
guys?
It has been my honor to be your tour guide this trip. Thank you.
Alright, here we are. Finally, after I messed up. Welcome to Fontaine. That's probably an achievement for just riding the aqua bus all the way through. Alright, let's go. So we're supposed to meet Lyney and Lynette at the fountain. See, I got the teleporter here, which accidentally forced it to change all the way over here. I honestly do not know how that mistake happened. Since usually when I've gone by other things and everything, like destination-wise, it doesn't trigger it. I always had to do something in order for it to trigger, like something, you know, what would be riding the aqua bus or something else like that. That was a fountain. Or is it just like that? I'm gonna run down while everything's like loading. It takes a few seconds, but you know, it loads. And here is the fountain at the courthouse that I'm supposed to be going and seeing and everything. I mean, we are going to go and see it, but you know, this is what it accidentally auto me to because that teleporter I got. Yeah. It looks so beautiful. Now we're supposed to be meeting. Oh, here it is.
Whoa!
Oh, now it's daytime.
Fancy! The Opera Epiclese. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Lyney and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
O Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Vache.
Excuse me, huh? Huh?
What's wrong?
Don't be Vache. Yeah, I know French.
Vache.
Vache? Don't be doing all this extra stuff. My laptop cannot handle it. Neither can this SSD drive. Did you just say something, Paimon?
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Strange.
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Oh.
Lynette! You scared Paimon! When did you get here?
Lyney asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right.
By the way, Lynette, I seem to hear a faint voice just now.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
The voice was coming from the fountain.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
Well, eerie things happen when eerie things want to happen, okay, Paimon?
I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
It's because of her sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
When do you cry? Answer the damn question.
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
Huh, that's an interesting explanation.
So, what did the voice say?
It seemed to be calling out someone's name.
Huh. If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
Hey, wait a second, I see a
Rather
kimono in
than
the
worrying about
background.
them, we should worry about my brother first. Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Lyney might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Lyney.
Enter the Opera Epiclese. Epiclese? Epiclese, Epiclese? Epiclese. The Opera Epiclese. Alright, let's enter. Oh my god, my frame rate's gonna drop
Traveler in
so
Paimon.
fast.
Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
Come on, my settings aren't even on high and it's already still dying.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment, I'll fetch the tickets. The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Lyney.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey, Lyney, could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh well.
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cowell, my assistant.
Cowell.
I'll go lend him a hand.
Sure. Sure, yeah.
We'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Lyney.
Holy hell, no wonder why my game's starting to go crashing on me. What the hell? I have no idea where our seats are actually. It might have been below. Wait a second. Ignore the 50 other things I have to do. I would have to get out and go from the bottom entrance.
What's the hurry?
Yeah, I could have glide down, but this is an opera house. I ain't gonna act like a fool here. Like the same one that was exactly in the trailer. Is that Neuviellette? Neuviellette? Whatever, that guy. The one that people says he looks like an otter?
These should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down.
Paimon, you're floating. You're not sitting down. You're not doing what you just told me to do. Hello. Just don't look at him. It's pretty easy to do.
Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still. It's kinda awkward if we don't say anything.
Isn't that usually your job?
You little... Of course you put this on Paimon.
Also, you're speaking so loud that you're...
I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's gonna
I would
hear.
be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
We're so close.
So you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down.
No.
Wait, that's not it. Paimon's sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So let's talk, but, what should we talk about?
Maybe the performance that might happen or whatever? This is getting even more awkward.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Lyney's too?
No.
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Lyney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Oh, so you're not friends with Lyney then? Oh, this is getting more awkward.
You ask for the name. To be like, hey, I'm Traveler, or hey, I'm Paimon. What is your name?
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon.
There we go.
This is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat. And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Neuviellette. What an honor it is to have you
Neuviellette?
here to see my show.
Oh, I've been saying his name wrong.
Ah, Mr. Lyney. I should say
Lyney.
it is in fact an honor
Neuviellette.
for me to see your
Neuviellette?
performance in person.
Neuviellette. Neuviellette. Neuviellette? Neuviellette. Holy, I cannot say this right. Neuviellette.
But it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Neuviellette is.
Neuviellette.
Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice.
Oh my
That
goodness
seat
gracious.
is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Ooh, sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now.
Hey, Furina.
I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
She's all here on her little high chair being like, look at me.
Huh?
Look at how sophisticated I look.
It's Furina, the Hydro
I bet they're impressed.
She sure has a smug and satisfied
Look at how
on her face,
amazing I look.
'cause she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
Well, he has to work
Alright,
by her
please
anyway,
wait
so
just a
he's
moment
like more
longer.
used to being by
I've
her.
pretty much finished my
Even though he
preparations,
has
and the
like
performance
respect,
will
he's
start as
more
soon
likely
as
to
the
be
audience has
knowing
made
how
their way
to.
to their seats.
It's
The show's finally about to start.
Neuviellette.
Wait.
Wait,
Neuviellette.
Neuviellette. Is it Neuviellette? No, I'm getting farther.
Oh, they're dimming the lights. The show must be starting.
Shut up, Paimon.
Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the
Epiclese.
star of today's
So I was
show,
right.
Lyney.
Hey, Lyney.
And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Yay, Lynette. Woohoo. Yay.
Hello, everyone.
Yay.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Dang, she just hit you with the whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all.
This stage is huge.
So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
Mask guy.
Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh.
Good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing
like
the
magic?
spotlight soon enough.
Oh, like magic?
Oh, and before
In a
I forget,
magical way?
there's one more thing I should
Like
say.
how a magician.
You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
Okay, Lyney.
A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless. But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
What a show!
If we could see easily through his tricks,
Disappearing
that would mean
act.
that his skills are still lacking.
That's
To
true.
appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough, but Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member. Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow! How's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lyney have actual superpowers?
Let's watch and see.
The
AK,
lucky
shut up,
audience
Paimon.
number will be generated by this random number selector. It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute.
Yippee!
Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meropide.
That might be the long thing I saw before that I was just staring at. I also hit that by the bounds of the map too.
All right.
I was like staring at it and I kept walking forward. And you know, like it was starting to warn me, being like, get back now.
Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep
Wait, we count down for a
counting
whole
down.
minute?
You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh! Paimon kinda
I'm
wants
thinking
to
that
race
one
that
scene
see there?
from Psyche where it's supposed to be the transfer box thing and like the homeless guy going underneath and everything, and like, you know, the magician is like ba da 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 da, and then it doesn't he doesn't get there in time, so it's like ta-da, and the guy appears from underneath the contraption that he was crawling under, because it's like I think a long table kind of thing, and like ta-da, and everyone's like that's not a trick, that's not magic. I'm sure Lyney's prepared.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60,
59, 58,
60,
59, 58.
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
By the time we finish counting, it'll be 5 minutes up.
54,
4, 53.
52?
Paimon, not that fast.
Why aren't you counting, Neuviellette?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me.
AKA,
Just
that's not
enjoy
like
the
me to
show.
sing it like this. Saying, oh my gosh, to count down
So
out
sorry,
loud like
I
that.
thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something.
39, 38.
Mr. Lyney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, mid-air right above the audience.
Even though he's saying that, Lyney doesn't seem nervous at all.
I think it's all part of the show. Oh, there was a bang.
What was that noise? Did you hear it too?
Did it just come from the Did it come from the stage?
Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
24, 23.
What's wrong, Mr. Lyney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting?
18, 17.
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone.
Aww.
It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
10!
Almost there now. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? Nope, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ta-da!
What happened? Is this part of the show?
Oh, someone just died.
Mr. Lyney, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
After some time, the guards complete their investigation.
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Lyney's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell
Actual
in the box,
death.
rather than the guest from the audience. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found.
So a death and a
It
kidnapping.
appears
A
that
murder
this
and a
incident was
kidnapping.
not merely some mishap with the performance. And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
The serial disappearances case?
Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
That Charlotte mentioned before.
To go and to pull it off like this in front of the audience, including the Archon and the Chief Justice.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale, did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Lyney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
Oh, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right. How can Lyney do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
He's a suspect at most.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Furina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Lyney and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
Huh? I just think that he... Well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
But what Lady Furina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Furina
I think
said
she was
it all.
talking about what was supposed to be the finale.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing.
Is she gonna blame it on us?
That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Lyney, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met.
I trust Lyney. I literally have no one else to
There's
trust.
No problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met.
What duel? We had a duel?
But with Lyney's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
She can twist anything
I
to her
understand.
will.
Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well, Traveler, seems Lady Furina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Lyney's attorney and defend him in this case?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth. Lyney and his troop are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
Everyone is dismissed, and the audience begins to leave along with Furina and whatever.
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen? And poor Cal. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
No.
Good to hear. Thank you so much for trusting me. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not, and I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Yes, it is very
Which is
strange.
precisely why we need to investigate.
I was so
As this
enveloped
one
in the
says,
magic show.
The impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Where did you get those glasses? Did you take my money?
I bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh?
Did you take my money?
Don't worry. Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
Good.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self.
And I have to start the investigation of whether you did it
But
or
with
not.
the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Yes,
How do we
thank you so
attorney in
much.
this game? I won't let you down.
Yeah, just leave it to us. Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Oh, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
You have to
The
tell
secrets
me.
behind our magic are past saving, Lyney.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial.
Damn, your whole career gonna be
It is
ruined.
truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened...
Oh my gosh,
then
just
it will
tell
be
us
well
where she
worth it.
was.
We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case!
I don't feel great that Pine was a detective.
Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
We're Lyney and Lynette's attorneys.
Ah, I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Furina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Lyney's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
But why was Cowl inside?
This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Lyney is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
But that's not always true.
Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward.
Blunt.
Just know that I'm warning you for your own good. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
You can use the case record to confirm your current evidence and clue collection situation and sort case-related information. Uh-huh.
Go ahead, have a look around. In the end, we're both after the truth.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler? Whoa! Look! This bit is made from different material! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait, why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes. Hello there. What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troupe members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list. Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The magic troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
Thanks for letting us know all this.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Lyney and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Lyney used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Lyney knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Lyney reserved our seats for us too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Lyney.
Thanks. Sorry to bother you.
Even though it's bad for Lyney's case, Paimon had better write it down.
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too. If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, all right?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Lyney's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, The thud has become an important clue.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Lyney's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
But wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Then wouldn't the water tank have started to swing a bit in that case?
Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Hey, I know who you are.
You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Well,
Yeah, we're travelers.
That one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
No.
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
Hey, Navia.
Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No need.
Wow, new bowing animation.
Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
So you want to investigate as well?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Lyney an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too! That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Oh, okay.
Furina sure was quick to point the finger at Lyney without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she? But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Furina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
Well, when you put it like that.
All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
No.
Well?
Not always.
And why would that be?
Something serious like a trial shouldn't be treated like entertainment.
See, Silver and Maloose? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too think that the traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Maloose. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors.
Yay.
I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Yay.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
That's more like it.
I think you're missing the point, Paimon.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh.
Bro has nothing to add.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Lyney's tricks. Thanks!
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Lyney and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here, at least not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Lyney's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck. But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melazines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This will be useful info. We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Lyney's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
Well, as I would love, love, love to continue right now, this is dragging on for a little bit too long, and I think we should end the performance here for now and pick it up later. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!